Good morning, stamping friends. How are you guys today? Happy Friday again. Well, let me share with you something that happened here the last, 30 hours. I lost my whole hard drive. Oh my gosh. I have been on the phone for a day and a half trying to get my computer back. And as of about 5 to 10 minutes ago, I have everything running. I thought I was all set and my printer still didn't work. So I had to call someone. I am not real computer savvy. So it has been a crazy day, but I was really hoping that I'd get it fixed in time to launch my new class to go today. And so I am ready, but oh gosh, I've been so stressed out. It's such a long story, but after, let's see, I'm up to eight people that I talked to at Apple, and one out of those eight found all my stuff. So two people told me it's gone forever. But anyway, it's a long drawn out story, but I'm just so excited that I have everything back. And so life is good. Well, like I said, today I'm launching a new class to go. I'm super excited about it, and I think you're gonna enjoy these projects. So let me show you, I'm gonna show you the 5 projects that are included with this set, and then all your different options of different products that you can get with it. And I am doing make and takes for this one, so I can send you all the cutout pieces. Remember, I can't stamp for you though. Stampin' Up's guidelines and policies say no stamping for people, but we can punch and emboss through the embossing machine and die cut and everything for you. So I will show you those, and then we're going to do a quick make and take. Now the make and take, I'm going to have just a free PDF for you using the same stamp set. So once I wrap this up, then I will post that on my blog and on my Facebook pages, where you can get the links for that one free one. But the 5 that I'm going to show you are going to be included in the PDF that is going along with the class. So let me turn my camera around here quick and we'll get started. Whoops. Okay. This just takes me a second to get it set up. All right, move this and let me zoom just a little bit. Okay, here's my host code that I always like to show because it really helps out if you use the host code. Now remember, if your order is over $150, then you just go ahead and reap those host benefits on your own. But if it's not, then if you can use that host code, it helps me a lot. Okay, so the name of the class is called Sentimental Class to Go. And I'm going to show you where it is in the spring catalog. It is on page 20, and it's just a really nice set of sentiments that are a great variety. You can find anything to send a card by using these sentiments. They even have the little to and from. And then here's the coordinating dies that go with them, and they're called Stitch So Sweetly, and I would say probably these are the ones I've used the most out of this catalog, even compared to my old dies. So isn't that a cute set? All right, so the first project I want to show you is it's a fun little butterfly card. Now this butterfly, you know, you really could use any punched out thing you want here, but I just like the butterfly because it's spring here, and also it's large and it takes up that space up there. But it's very simple. I just made different background using the Stitch So Sweetly dies, and then I embossed here. And this butterfly, however, is retiring, and it's going to be gone at the end of the month. So if you like that, it's from the Springtime Impressions die set, and it's number 146326. But if you order the kit, I am going to cut these out for you. All right, the next card is a little healing card. There's a cute little band-aid here, and it just says sending healing hugs, and this is just torn paper, and just kind of bridging that gap for someone who might be going through a hard time. Then this one is just more of an elegant with some Magnolia Lane paper. This is retiring, but like I said, if you get the kit, all this will be cut for you. And then it's kind of a fun fold, and you know what? This little piece, I didn't tape that down very well, but I didn't even tape it, but that sticks in there. And then when you flip it up, it's like that. It's kind of a fun fold, but I love that little tab down there. I need to retape that. All right, the next one is a 3D box, and this is one of our mini pizza boxes. And this has a window sheet there, so this candy is not gonna fall out, but there's like a plastic inside, so you don't even have to put your candy inside something because it's coated for food, like if you put a cookie in there. So don't feel like you have to wrap it in another cellophane bag. But anyway, I made a cute little tag with the dies again and the stamp set, and the sentiment says yummylicious, and then to open it you can just slide the ribbon off, and so that way you don't have to untie it. But if you're like me, like who really eats the food inside? We just sit and look at it and say, oh, isn't that cute? And look at how she found candy that matches. Yeah, that took a while. I was in the candy aisle for about half an hour trying to find the perfect candy to match my paper, because it's all about the look, right? All right, this one's my favorite. This is my little Mac computer that I about want to rip in half at this point after the experience I just had. But I've come to terms because it turned out good and I'm okay with my computer now. But it's a little laptop, and when you open it, this is my husband's Father's Day gift. Isn't that cute? So we Zoom at our house. So these are our kids, and Dan's doing the peace sign, and I've had to hide this. I even did the little Zoom logo, and then I made a little mouse pad here, and it says this calls for confetti because Father's Day's coming up. So isn't that fun? And again, you'll get all the cutouts for this card. Now, I do have to tell you, one of my downlines sent me her version of this card, and that's where I got the idea. Her name is Chris Brower. And Chris got the idea from a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator her name is Kelly Kent. And hers looks a little bit more similar to Chris's. But I want to show you Chris's card. She said I could show you hers just to show you where I got my inspiration. So this is one of those Share Sunshine sentiments that you can get in the download that they have for the COVID-19 situation. So isn't that cute on the top? And now remember, this one isn't included in the PDF, but if you purchase the class to go, you'll get the links and the downloads and stuff to make that keyboard. But look at how cute this is when you open it. Oh my gosh, she just took a whole bunch of stamps like that. Now, I did mine in pictures form because it's faster and easier, but if you have little blocks that would fit the inside of this, go ahead and use those. But isn't that cute? Like, I didn't have that one. I have all of these, but this one is already retired. That was a celebration, the Meerkat one. And then these are still good until the end of the month. So I already did a class on that. If you want to see, just go back and look. And then the cows are retiring it also. And then she added these, and my favorite is this tiny little Post-it note. And there's like 4 pages here. It's really like a Post-it note. Isn't that cute? And her name's Chris. So thank you so much, Chris, for the inspiration on this. So the difference between hers and mine, I just made my own, and I even tell you how to shrink down pictures so you can cut them to the right size. So isn't that fun? Let me show you the details on this, and again, I will post this link once we're done. This is my class to go, So Sentimental. Option A is you want the works. You want the stamp set, which is So Sentimental, the dies that go with that, the 5 make and takes in kit form that I'll cut for you, and then the PDF, and all that for $60, and I will ship that to you. Then option B is just the stamp set, and then the 5 make and takes and the PDF. Then option C is you just want the 5 make and takes cut for you and the PDF, and then the last one is just the PDF mailed to you, $10. So the RSVP deadline is May 29th, and I'm going to order the products on that day, and then it will ship, the products will ship directly from Stampin' Up, and then I will send the make and takes out to you separately. So that's the deets on that, and I will again post this on my blog and Facebook page so you know where the links are. All right, let's get started with that make and take I was telling you about. And it's super simple because some of those have a few steps, but you can also do simple and still make it look cute. So this is the make and take I'm going to show you. It says, I can't wait, or I can't thank you enough. And that's one of the sentiments in this set. So to get started, you just need a 11-inch by, and I made this down to 4 inches because I'll tell you why when I get to it. That little eyelet border thing, that was only 4 inches and I didn't want to splice that. So that's why this card is only 4 inches wide. And you're just going to score it in half on the long side and fold it on there. And I like to use a Whisper White background or the card base because it's a little stiffer, and if it's a very simple and not a lot of layers, I like to use the thicker cardstock. It just holds up better. Now this piece is 4 inches by 3.5 inches. I always write that on the back so I don't have to use my ruler all the time. And so all we're going to do is put snail on the back side and stick that to the bottom part of your card, just like that. Very simple. Now the next part, we have to get the angle piece that's going to go up here. So let me show you how I figured out where to cut on here. This is the little template I made. This is 4 inches by 4 5/8 inches. And then what I did was I went down 2 inches and made a little dot there. And I just went from that corner to that corner. I didn't literally make that line, but I just put it in my trimmer and then cut on there. So this is what the cut piece looks like. Okay, now before we put it on the front, we want to put this little eyelet edge on, and this is from the Arts and Crafts dies. And you guys, this set is so awesome, and this die set is only like $12.60 or something like that, and you get a ton of dies. But isn't that cute? And this is why the card is only 4 inches. Normally we make our long skinny cards 4 1/4, but this little piece was only 4 inches. So that's why the card's a little bit skinnier. So I just put a tiny bit of liquid glue on here. If you use snail, the snail will go all through these holes and your card will be sticky from the front. So just put tiny little dots along there. And then we just want to, glue this down right smack on the very edge of it, like that. So it's barely touching. All right. There we go. Well, you just got to pinch that down for a little bit. Maybe I didn't put enough glue on there. All right, now we want to take some dimensionals and put them for sure on all the corners here. And then I usually like to add a couple more just to, so it doesn't sag in the middle, you know what I mean? So like on longer edges, I tend to add one more like that. All right, now let's remove all those. What is everyone doing for the weekend? We don't have anything going on except same old, same old. Probably go in the pool a couple times and do church online. And but I heard on the news today a lot of stores are starting to open up. So I feel like things are kind of getting back to normal here in Arizona anyway. But I heard in LA they have to wear face masks now, even outside their front door. So I'm not sure. Different things in different parts of the world, that's for sure. All right, then we're just going to adhere this to the front like that. Now all we have left is that little sentiment in the middle. So what I did was I took Gorgeous Grape because I want it to be a little bit darker than our cardstock or our DSP, which by the way, this is from Best Dressed, which is probably, you know, my favorite one because it's the one I use the most. And isn't that just so pretty? It's purple, or yeah, Purple Posy is the color, but we're going to use one shade darker, or 2 shades darker, which is Gorgeous Grape. So just stamp this in the middle here. And then what I did was I stamped this one more time on scrap paper. Pretend like this is scrap paper. I'd stamp it on here. And then what I did was I fussy cut this out. And this is kind of a trend now, just kind of cutting close to the words, you know, and there's no rhyme or reason, just go up and down wherever you want, but just kind of follow closely to the sentiment that's already on there. And then we're gonna get dimensionals again and put those on the back. I only need a couple because there's only room for a couple really, like that. And peel back the label. and then just stick that right smack on top of the words that are here, and that just gives it a little bit extra flavor here. Pop something up a little. There you go. And then you can deck this out if you even more if you want to, you know, put pearls or jewels or whatever, but I just went for the simplicity of this one. So that's that card. And one more thing I want to tell you about, and then I will sign off for today. I want to remind you about the In Color Club, because this is such a good deal. If you go back and look at my past posts, I have this starting May 29th, and look at all the things that you're going to get if you join it. And each month for 5 months, you will get a new packet of products that have all the new In Colors. And these are the 5 In Colors here. Aren't they pretty? My favorite, I think, is going to be this cinnamon cider, I believe it's called. So anyway, just check that out, because the deadline is, well, I guess you have 2 weeks to decide, but it's just a great way to get everything at a discount, and it's spread out over time, so you don't have to come up with the total cost in 1 month. So check that out. And thank you again so much for joining. These FaceTime Lives are fun to do because it's another way I can share what I've been working on. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and we will chat again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.